I wasn't supposed to stop. That's the first thing I remember thinking when I saw him. Route 66 at night isn't like the pictures. No neon glow, no classic diners, no tourists taking photos. Past midnight, it turns into something else entirely. Long stretches of empty road, broken signs, and miles where your headlights feel like the only light left in the world. I've been driving for hours. No music, just the sound of the engine and the tires humming against the pavement. 1:45 a.m. That's what the dashboard clock said when I noticed the figure ahead. First, I thought it was a sign, a crooked post or maybe a mile marker catching the light wrong. But as I got closer, it moved, just a slight shift, enough to tell me it wasn't part of the road. I slowed down without thinking. That's the mistake. He was standing on the shoulder. No car, no bag, just a man in a dark jacket, facing the road like he'd been waiting a long time. His arm lifted slowly, thumb out. Hitchhiking. I almost kept going. I should have. Every warning you've ever heard about roads like this, every gut feeling was telling me to just drive past. But I didn't. I eased the car to a stop a few feet ahead of him. For a second, he didn't move. Then he walked up to the passenger side. Not rushed, not desperate, just steady. He opened the door before I could say anything and sat down. That alone felt wrong. Most people ask, at least say something. He didn't, just closed the door and faced forward. "Thanks," he said. His voice was normal, too normal. "Yeah," I replied, pulling back onto the road. "No problem." A few seconds passed. Then I asked the obvious question. "Where you headed?" He didn't answer right away, just kept looking straight ahead. "Same direction as you," he said finally. I frowned slightly. "That's not really a place. It is tonight." Something about the way he said it made me stop asking. We drove in silence for a while. The road stretched endlessly in front of us. No other cars, no lights, just darkness pressing in on both sides. I glanced at him once. He looked ordinary, mid-30s maybe, pale, tired, but there was something off. Not in how he looked, in how still he was. No shifting, no adjusting his seat, not even looking around, just facing forward. "You been out here long?" I asked. "Long enough," he said. I nodded slowly, didn't push. A few more miles passed. Then I noticed something. The temperature inside the car felt colder. Not freezing, just lower than before. I reached toward the AC dial. It was off. I glanced at him again. "You cold?" I asked. "No. Feels like it dropped in here. It does that sometimes." That answer didn't sit right. "Out here?" I asked. "With me." I let out a small breath. "Okay," I said, forcing a light tone. "That's not creepy at all." He didn't react, didn't smile, didn't say anything. The silence after that felt heavier. I adjusted in my seat, gripping the wheel a little tighter. Then, "You passed it." I blinked. "Past what?" He turned his head slightly, not fully, just enough. "Where you were supposed to stop." A cold feeling crept up my spine. "I wasn't planning on stopping anywhere." "You were." "No, back there," he said, cutting me off. "About a mile ago." I shook my head. "I didn't see anything." "You weren't meant to." That made my stomach tighten. I let out a nervous laugh. "Okay, what does that mean?" He turned his head back forward. "You weren't meant to see it until you stopped." I didn't respond, didn't know how to. The road ahead looked the same as it always had. Endless, empty, but now it felt different, like I'd missed something important without realizing it. "Should I turn around?" I asked, half joking. "You can't." That answer came too fast. "Why not?" Pause. Then, because you already passed it. Something about that felt final, like a door closing somewhere I couldn't see. I swallowed. All right, I said. Then where exactly am I taking you? He didn't answer. Instead, he asked something else. What time do you have? I glanced at the dashboard. 1:45 a.m. I frowned. That wasn't right. It had been at least 20 minutes. Clock stuck, I muttered, tapping it lightly. No, he said. I felt my chest tighten. It's not moving, I said. It doesn't move after you pick me up. The words settled slowly. Heavy. Wrong. I let out a shaky breath. That's not funny. I'm not joking. I stared at the road. The yellow lines blurred slightly under the headlights. Then I checked my phone. No signal. Battery at 32%. Time. 1:45 a.m. Exactly. My grip tightened on the wheel. Okay, I said quietly. Okay. Something's off. You're starting to notice. I didn't like that. Didn't like it at all. What are you? I asked. This time he answered immediately. Something you weren't supposed to stop for. Silence filled the car again, thicker than before. I swallowed hard. Then why are you here? Pause. Long. Then, because you didn't keep driving. The temperature dropped again. I could see my breath now. Inside the car, my heart started beating faster. That doesn't make sense, I said. People pick up hitchhikers all the time. Not here, he replied. I felt it then, that deep, creeping realization. This road wasn't just empty. It was avoided, and I had just broken a rule I didn't know existed. Then what happens now? I asked, my voice quieter. He turned his head fully this time, and for the first time, I saw his face clearly. His eyes weren't right. Too dark, too still, like they didn't reflect anything. Now, he said softly, you keep driving. I frowned. That's it. No matter what you see. A chill ran through me. What am I going to see? He didn't answer. Instead, he looked back at the road and whispered, don't stop again. That's when I saw it. Far ahead, in the middle of the road, another figure, standing still, waiting. I slowed down without meaning to, just a little, enough for the headlights to stretch further over the road, enough to make the shape ahead clearer. Person, same as before, standing right in the middle this time, not on the shoulder, not trying to hide, just there, waiting. Don't, the man beside me said quietly. My foot hovered over the brake. I'm not going to hit them, I said. You're not going to stop either. I swallowed. They could be hurt. No, that answer came flat, certain. I glanced at him. You don't even know who it is. I know what it is. The figure ahead didn't move, didn't wave, didn't react to the car coming straight toward it. That alone should have told me something. Normal people move, even at the last second. They step aside. They panic. This one didn't. My grip tightened on the steering wheel. Just slow down a bit, I muttered. Keep driving. His voice was sharper now. Not louder, just heavier, like it carried weight behind it. You said don't stop, I argued. I'm not stopping. Slowing down is the same thing. That didn't make sense. But somehow, it felt like it did. The distance between us and the figure closed faster now. Headlights fully on it. And that's when I saw something wrong. His posture, too straight, too stiff, like it wasn't standing naturally, like it had been placed there. My chest tightened. Okay, I whispered. Okay, that's not right. Keep driving. I pressed the gas slightly. The engine responded with a low growl. We got closer, 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 and at the last second, The figure moved, not to the side, not away. It stepped forward, into the center of the headlights, and lifted its head. I saw its face, and my stomach dropped. It was me, not similar, not close, exact. Same eyes, same expression, same shock. My foot slammed the brake. The car screeched. No! The man beside me shouted it this time. Too late. The car jerked to a stop just a few feet away. Silence crashed in. Heavy. Immediate. I stared at the thing in front of the car. I stared back. Not blinking. Not breathing. Just watching. You weren't supposed to do that, the man said quietly. My heart was pounding so hard I could barely hear anything else. That's me, I whispered. It's not. I shook my head. No, that's my face, it's what stops you. The words didn't make sense. I barely heard them, because something else was happening. The thing in front of the car smiled. Slow, unnatural, like it learned the motion but not the feeling. Then, it walked toward the driver's side. My door. I froze. Every part of me locked up. Lock the door, the man said. My hand shot to the switch. Click. Too loud. Too late. The thing reached the window and leaned down, face level with mine. Close. It wasn't perfect. The skin looked slightly off. Too smooth in places. Too tight in others. Like it didn't fit right. Then it tapped on the glass. 3 times. Slow. Deliberate. I didn't move. Didn't breathe. Don't respond, the man whispered. The thing tapped again. Harder this time. Then it spoke. But the voice didn't come through the glass. Came from inside the car. From the passenger seat. Let me in. I turned my head. Slowly. The seat beside me was empty. Completely empty. My chest tightened. No, I whispered. The voice came again. Closer. Right next to me. You already picked me up. I snapped my head back toward the window. The thing outside was still there. Still smiling. Still tapping. But now, there was movement in the reflection of the glass. Behind me, something sitting in the back seat. I felt my entire body go cold. Don't turn around, the voice from before said suddenly, but it wasn't from the passenger seat anymore. It sounded distant now, fading. Just drive. My hands trembled on the wheel. I didn't look. Couldn't. The thing outside tapped one last time. Then slowly, it stepped back and turned away, walking off the road, disappearing into the darkness. I sat there for a second, 2, 3. Then I slammed my foot on the gas. The car shot forward, tires screeching. I didn't look in the mirrors, didn't check behind me, didn't speak. I just drove, faster than I should have, faster than I ever had. The road stretched endlessly ahead again. Empty, quiet, wrong. My breathing was uneven, my hands shaking. The clock, still 1:45 a.m. Of course it was. I swallowed hard. Then slowly, I noticed something. The passenger seat, still empty, but the rearview mirror, couldn't help it. Just a quick glance, just one, and I saw it. Something sitting in the back seat, perfectly still, face hidden in shadow, watching me, waiting. I gripped the wheel tighter. Don't stop again. That voice echoed in my head, but I didn't know anymore which one had said it and which one I should have listened to, because behind me, very softly, I heard a voice, my voice, whispering, "You missed your stop." I didn't look again, not at the mirror, not at the back seat, not anywhere except straight ahead. The road was still there, stretching out like it always had. Same broken lines, same empty dark on both sides, but something had changed. I could feel it, not outside, inside the car, inside the space with me. The air felt heavier now, thicker, like it didn't move the way it should. I tightened my grip on the wheel. Just drive, I muttered to myself. Just keep driving. For a while, nothing happened. No voices, no movement, no figures on the road. Just the sound of the engine and my own breathing trying to steady itself. Then, you stopped. The voice came from the back seat. Clear, calm. My voice. I swallowed but didn't respond. You weren't supposed to stop. Still, I said nothing. The road ahead dipped slightly, then leveled out again. Same endless stretch. But now I noticed something else. There were no signs anymore. No mile markers. No exit boards. Nothing. Just road. You had one rule, the voice continued. Just one. My jaw tightened. I didn't pick you up, I said quietly. You're not real. A soft chuckle came from behind me. Not loud, not angry, just patient. You slowed down, it said. That's enough. I shook my head slightly. No, you looked. My fingers twitched on the steering wheel. No, you recognized it. My chest tightened. That word hit deeper than the others. Recognized. That's when it starts, it added. The temperature dropped again, colder than before. My breath fogged the windshield slightly. I reached out and wiped it with the back of my hand. Then what do you want? I asked louder now. What happens now? Silence. Long. Uncomfortable. Then, now you take me where I need to go. I let out a short, dry laugh. No, that's not happening. You don't get a choice. Watch me. I pressed harder on the gas. The engine pushed back, the car picking up speed. The road blurred faster beneath the headlights. Speed doesn't change anything, it said. Maybe not, I replied. But I'm not stopping again. Pause. Then, you already did. That sentence echoed in my head. I shook it off. Not anymore. The car sped forward. Faster. Faster. The darkness on both sides thickened, like the edges of the world were closing in. Then, something appeared ahead. Not a person this time. A building. Faint at first, then clearer. A gas station. Old. Half-lit. One flickering sign buzzing weakly above it. My heart skipped. No, I whispered. I hadn't seen this before. It wasn't there earlier. You're here, the voice said softly. I'm not stopping, I said immediately. You already decided that once. My foot hesitated on the gas. Just for a second. The building looked normal. Too normal. Place to stop. To breathe. To get out of the car. My chest tightened. Keep driving, I said to myself. Just keep. The engine stuttered. Once. Then again. No, I muttered, pressing the pedal harder. No, don't do this. The speed dropped. Slowly. Against my will. It's time, the voice whispered. The car rolled forward, then slowed further. The gas station lights flickered once, twice, like they were reacting to me, waiting. No, I said again louder. No, I'm not. The engine died. Completely. Silence swallowed the road. The car coasted the last few feet and stopped, right in front of the station. I sat there, frozen, hands still on the wheel, heart pounding. No, I whispered. No, I didn't choose this. From behind me, you did, it replied. The lights above the station buzzed louder now. One of the doors creaked open on its own. Inside, darkness, thick, uninviting. I didn't move, didn't breathe. Then, the car door unlocked. Click. I didn't touch it. My hand slowly moved toward the handle. No, I said. No, don't. But my fingers wrapped around it anyway. like they weren't fully mine anymore. The door opened, cold air rushed in, the smell of dust, and something older. I stepped out, slowly, against every instinct I had. My legs carried me forward, toward the building. The door stood open, waiting, just inside. The voice said gently. I tried to stop. I really did, but my body didn't listen. I crossed the threshold. The moment I stepped in, the door slammed shut behind me, hard. The lights flickered once, then steadied, and suddenly, I was alone, completely alone. No car, no road, no sound, just a small empty room. A counter, a mirror on the wall behind it. I turned slowly and looked at my reflection, stared back at me. Same face, same eyes, same fear, but then smiled, slow, unnatural, and spoke. Your shift starts now. My stomach dropped. What? But the reflection didn't answer. It just stepped back, fading into the darkness behind the glass. And then I heard it, outside, a car pulling up, tires crunching softly on gravel, an engine idling, a door opening, footsteps approaching. I stood there, frozen, heart pounding, and from outside, I heard a voice, my voice, calling out, "Hey, you open?" I closed my eyes, because now I understood. The road doesn't trap you forever. It hands you off. And now, I was the stop.